Okay, YouTube, this is R.E.A.L Chambers 82, and back again with yet another Street Fighter video. This is going to be a different system. This is not the Sega Genesis any longer. This is the 3DO. Now, most of you know that Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo was released for the 3DO and is considered the best console port, of that game ever. There wasn't anything else that it, could compare to it. And this came out at the time, when Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis were releasing Super Street Fighter 2. They had ports of their own, and this one is pretty much dead on to the arcade. I mean, very, very, there's some differences, in there's some load issues, I guess you could say, and other than that, the gameplay, I mean, you can adjust the speed and everything, and it is pretty much spot on to the arcade. So, as you can tell just from the intro, we're dealing with a completely different animal here. And, a lot of people consider this one of the 3DO's best games, and this probably sold quite a few 3DOs, just this game alone, this title, because so many people, I mean, this was the next best thing to buying the arcade machine. I'm playing with this Capcom stick, so I have to go through and reset everything. Oh, damn. Okay. Let's get this started. Now, I will say that I'm going to put this on the easiest version, slow. But I'm going to say that I do notice a difference, as far as, I don't think this is as easy to execute the moves as it is on the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, and that could just be the fact that, 3DO just never had, the systems never had really good six button pads. I'm using the Capcom stick that takes a Super Nintendo adapter, so maybe it's that, but you had to buy, through Capcom, a 6-button control pad when you bought this game, and all of the 6-button sticks that were made for the 3DO were usually aftermarkets, and they weren't very good. I had one, and it was pretty shitty. But nope, as you can tell, I mean, all the arcade animation, everything's here, the colors, the speed, and most notably, improved sound effects, music. Pretty amazing. I mean, having this at home, I remember. I had so many friends of mine that were into this, just because they, really had to go to the arcade and pump in a lot of quarters to get this kind of experience, at home, and or pay $500. I believe that's what I paid for my 3DO. Do that. It's still cheaper than the arcade cabinet, though, right? And there were some other good, ports of fighting games for the 3DO. Most notably, I guess Samurai Showdown's pretty good. It's just not as fast as the Neo Geo version, but all the graphics and everything's there. The sound effects, the character animations, everything is all really, really well done. It zooms in and out pretty well. So I had that game and this game back in the day, along with Way of the Warrior. Yeah, I mean, there was never any other versions of Street Fighter released for the 3DO. This is the only one, and this is the one everyone talks about. And as you can see from the shots and everything, from the gameplay, this is why. I mean, I'm playing this on a high-definition TV, so there's a little bit of breakup there. It's not going to be as sharp as it would have been on one of the old tube TVs. But yeah, I mean, back when I first plugged this, plugged this in at home and started playing it, I was just blown away. I remember reading about it in Electronic Gaming Monthly and everything. Everyone was anticipating this game. They were just like, this is a reason to have a 3DO, And, yeah. I mean, not to say there's nothing wrong with those other ports at all. They're great. But, I mean, this is more or less arcade perfect. Not something that is a port. It's not running off the original arcade hardware or anything at all, but it was written for. Yeah, I just got my ass kicked there. But yeah, I just wanted to let you take a look at this, and if you've never seen it before, this is it. This is Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Panasonic 3DO. But it worked, it would of course work on any of the 3DO systems that you had. But fantastic port, and I still play this game. This is my original copy from back in the day. I kept it, you know. I didn't have a 3DO, but I kept this game because I always knew I would get a 3DO again. This game and Star Control 2, I kept my original copies of it, so my disc is in mint condition and everything. I no longer have the long box or any of that, but I always just knew in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, one day I'll get a 3DO again, and definitely want to have this game. So anyway, YouTube, hope you enjoyed the videos. I'm going to post some more Street Fighter videos after this, I think. There's some other systems that I want to show off with different games that I have in the series. I've got Dreamcast, I got Sega Saturn, and I've got Xbox 360. So anyway, YouTube, later.